Let's go.
Everybody in here is from the UK, so uh, good luck to you guys because it seems like some of the questions on there are rocket science. But I just have two announcements today. One small one and one big one, and then we can continue upon talking about whatever we were talking about. I don't have much else to talk about today other than these two announcements. Like I said, pretty much last week, Monday was our first day back at the office, so we accomplished a lot of decisions on Monday, and it's pretty much been just 24 hours since we've been back in. So um, I'll get right into it. You guys want to hear the bigger announcement or the smaller announcement first? Roof, I'll let you be the answer to that.
Let's go with the smaller one, bro.
The smaller one. Okay, you got it. So um, I took everybody's input from last week's AMA upon being able to mine gold and trying to release a product upon that. And I presented it to the rest of the team, and we talked about it pretty thoroughly. And that's something that we do definitely want to do. But before I announce anything or make any promises or anything like that, first we have to do a little bit of work and make sure it's even possible to do such a thing, if it's even viable to do it, and if the math will even add up with the amount of tokens that we currently have in our possession to be able to build something of that sort, and how long it would last, and what the numbers would be. So um, that is just something that we're going to have to look into over the next few days or couple of weeks. I don't see it being that long. I'm just saying that just in case it takes a little longer than expected, but yeah, that's something that we're definitely looking into. And if we're going to be able to pull it off, we are going to 100% do it if it is possible to do. And if there isn't any like massive negatives to doing it. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited to do a little bit of more research on it. We already have the tech to be able to do it. So that's going to be very quickly uh, deployable in a sense, considering we have everything else and all the resources to do it. So I'll keep you guys posted on that and over the coming days if there are any advancements on that, if we're able to do it, if we're not able to do it, and then we'll go from there. So it's super exciting, but I don't want to get my hopes up just yet because there are a few questions that arose when we were talking about it, and um, it's mainly about the sustainability for not even the short term or the long term, but even just the midterm alone. So just going to take us a little bit of time to figure it out. That's announcement number one. Announcement number two is Warzone. So Warzone season 4 is going to start this month. Um, it is going to be focused around Siberia. So it will be a Siberia themed Warzone. I'm not going to announce the rewards or anything just yet. We'll go ahead and release something on that within the next few days or something of that sort. So we'll go ahead and give you guys more info on that. But Warzone is coming out this month, so it could be anywhere between the next 7 to 20 days. So just keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll give an official announcement as soon as it's ready to be deployed. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't take that long to deploy everything because we're pretty much already have most of the stuff ready. But it is 100% coming this month. So just wanted to share that with you guys. And other than that, I don't have any new announcements. We are going to be working hard to obviously make this month and next month as full of surprises as possible. And we're back on the high horse. I don't know if you guys could tell from my voice, but I'm still not 100% back to being my true self. I'm still kind of sick, but I think one more nights of good rest, and I'll be back to 100%. So we're kicking things off in the right direction, and realistically, just super excited to get the year started. And that's all for my announcements.
I got a question for you, Leo.
What's up, Jack?
Are we any closer to just leaving our troops stay put where they're at, or
we're close? Yeah, we're closer for sure. We're closer for sure to something of that sort, but we're just not close enough for it to be happening this season. So I wouldn't expect anything like that to come out of this season, but we're definitely making some progress.
Okay, let me ask you this then. I remember in the past that we were talking about in the future, right, when these first came out and we started staking them, where we were, talking about war zones and whatnot. We were talking about in the future that we would just stay staking all the time. Eventually, right, when you guys actually run the numbers throughout the war zone periods, right, and get it worked out to where you have a stability to just constantly be staking, right, our troops or something. No?
Yeah, so the way that it would eventually, I think, be working would be in a sense where like the seasons would come and go, right? Like 5, 6, season 5, season 6, 7, 8, and so on. But the NFTs would stay in the same contract, and the rewards would be generated through that same contract. So yeah, I guess that's what you're trying to get at. That is something that we're working towards. That takes a little bit of work in terms of like regenerating a whole new staking contract and a whole new Warzone contract. In the future, that is something that we do want to do. It's just not something that we have built just yet. So that's also not going to be anything that's going to be introduced for season 4.
Yeah, the way I kind of see it is it's kind of like you either have a base contract that this is what you're always going to get, and if we want to add something, we will. And then we can just leave them where they're at, and we can shut it off, turn it on, or go to a cheaper chain where it's easier or cheaper to take them in and out.
That's going to be priority number one for the future, is to be able to get this on the chain where people are transacting with non-existent gas fees, because we just don't want people to be spending unnecessary gas when they don't have to. Unfortunately, since we built all of our stuff on ETH, we do have to deal with the absurd gas fees for now, but we're looking into different ways to kind of like be able to bridge things over and have them possibly live cross-chain in the future in terms of like the NFT thing. So that's something that we're definitely working on. It's not as easy as it just sounds. If it was, we already would have had a solution by now. But unfortunately, it's a bit more complicated than just bridging things over with the press of a button. It's a little more complex than just that.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Sonny, I read your question here. It says, someone asked how long the next season would be. I'll have all of the seasonal information out on the pamphlet when we get closer to the launch of the season. It will be this month, like I said, but we'll prepare a doc and we'll release the document within the coming days, and you guys will have all the information that you need.
I'm pretty surprised at how many NFTs are still in season 1. There's
quite a few. There's quite a few. That's the set.
Hey, Leo, what's up, man?
Forget it, that's the people. Hey, Chivo, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. I do got a question, bro. In this case, we're going to do this war zone for season 4. By chance, have you and the team had a chance to talk to see about the burn card holders? See if we're going to be doing anything for these guys?
So that's another topic of discussion. Really, we haven't had a chance to talk about um, much since we came back, other than getting these two things off of the table, coming off of just piggybacking off Monday. Uh, Obviously, burn card holders are still something that we plan to develop for in the future and whatnot. But the burn card typically already has its functionality, so it's not like the burn card is something that is pointless or useless or worthless. It definitely has its place in the ecosystem. And I mean, I just saw somebody incinerate a burn card the other day, and obviously had instant liquidity off of that. But but yeah, in the future, as we release new products and release new things that come into our ecosystem, we kind of like pick and choose, like different tiers of people, whether they're burn card holders or ShibaDoge NFT holders or Shiba or Doge NFT holders, and we give them different perks and stuff as new things get released. So I wouldn't count anything out just yet. As we proceed with development and bringing new products to fruition, like there's still a lot to be introduced into the space and introduced into our ecosystem. So I would definitely stay put and be a little patient, and there'll be a lot of good things coming.
That's good. Thanks, man.
For sure, brother. But I'm curious, like when you ask that question, what do you have in mind? Like what? Because I'm sure you're not just asking just to ask. Do you have something that you kind of like thinking about, or is there just, or is it just fishing to see if you could get something out of me?
See what you had out there, because I know we have talked in the past that we were going to have an AMA specifically for burn and doing a bunch of other things for burn and burn card holders. So we've been patiently waiting for about a year now on something like that. So we was just seeing if there was any perks from you guys that we're going to be able to give to the people that were holding those. You know what I mean? So I really haven't discussed a whole bunch or thought about what incentives you can give to those people, but I'm just asking, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Something that I will think about, and I will shoot you over a message to kind of give you an idea, see what's up though, bro.
For sure, brother. But yeah, man, I think burn cards are in a better place now than they were 6 months ago. So realistically, there is some improvement there on that end, and obviously we saw that spike a couple of months or a few weeks ago as well. So I definitely keep a close eye on it into the moving into the future, and then obviously, like I said, we will be working on a bunch of new things in the future. So the options and possibilities of having perks with the burn card coming in are pretty high.
Sounds good, man. Thanks again.
Yes, sir.
Did you see recently someone burned 3 of them? Well,
yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. I was just looking at it.
I'll put on the
I was
record
looking at
right
it
now.
just
If
this
somebody wants
weekend.
to burn one, I'll cash them out.
Say
I would
what?
like to have one. I would cash out somebody that wants to burn one because they're going to get face value for it, right?
Oh yeah, we get you. I just be careful. Like if you are going to do that, junkie, whoever you find that is willing to do that, make sure you just do the entire transaction on OpenSea. Like you guys could just talk to each other and come up with like a set value or price or whatever that you're willing to pay for it, and he's willing to sell it, and just have them listed at that price and just buy. Yeah, man, just not to say like we don't trust anybody in the community or anything like that. It's crypto, man. So you just got to be careful.
Yeah. My dad used to say that all good things come to people that wait. You got to be willing to wait, right? I feel like that's what we did when we bought our NFTs, and there's a lot of stuff, equipables and stuff like that. And they may not be really what you thought they were going to be at the beginning, but that doesn't mean they're not going to be. We bought this stuff with the mindset that we were going to have generational wealth. whether I actually even see it myself or not, but my grandkids will, my kids will, and whatnot, right? So that's kind of
How
how I
old
look
are
at
you?
burn.
Like you're 80 or something, or 90?
I'm not 80.
Or
But, you know,
90.
never know,
He said,
right?
bro, you're gonna see it, bro, in your lifetime, bro. Don't worry about
Time
that.
is coming, boys. Time is coming.
Yeah, I agree.
How's your wife,
I
Leo?
like to own a burn card. That's all.
How's
a
your wife
lot
now,
better,
bro?
man. A lot better. Pretty much like, I want to say 80% of the way back to normal.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they prescribed her a bunch of medicine the other day, and that really helped to calm down her cough a lot. So she's doing a lot better. I'm doing a lot better too, man. I've been stuck at like the same. I've been stuck at the same place for the past like 5 days, and it's pretty annoying now. I don't feel too sick. I don't feel sick at all. I just have this like lingering cough, and my sinuses are just kind of like plugged. But I feel myself like being like 95% of the way there now. So, like I said, one more night's of good rest, and then I should be back to myself.
Yeah. It sounds like yeah, things are going back to normal, bro. If she's 80%, bro, that's
Yeah.
basically it's on its way. It's going. She's getting better, bro. So that's good news. It's good news, bro. What about that ETFs? ETF thing that just happened? That tweet that happened. That was a his apparently his account got hacked. Did you see that?
No, bro, I didn't see it. Which
Nah.
tweet are you talking about?
Let me get it up for you. Damn, bro.
Did that just happen right now? You mean, or?
Yeah, like not long ago. Let me. I'm gonna forward it to the. Yeah, I'll forward it. Here we go. Have a look at that.
Oh, the SEC. Twitter account was compromised and an unauthorized tweet posted to the SEC. Oh, that's what caused Bitcoin to reach like 49K just a second ago, and then it kind of get back down.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was wondering what's going on. I thought it was just a bunch of shorts getting liquidated, man.
No, apparently his account got hacked, and he just went. He said the ETF's gone through or something, and then next thing this comes out after I don't know, so many hours. So
Dude, it's gonna. I have a feeling it's gonna come like when we least expect it. What's the deadline for it? Do you know what the deadline is for them to give an answer?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, bro.
I thought it was 10 January. Well, has that been
Is it?
extended?
Let me see. Let me
Pretty
do a
sure.
quick Google search.
What's that, Snowman?
I do think it was extended, though. I think it was extended, but it was 10 January.
Yeah, I think Cousin's right. Pretty sure it's the 10th that they said the deadline was.
Yep. Yeah, it is the 10th. I'm looking into it right now. So either tomorrow we get some news, or so either they approve it tomorrow, or they deny it, or they extend it. So those are the three options we get, huh?
Yeah, for the most part. I think I read that BlackRock were supposed to buy like 10 million Bitcoin, but they did not purchase yet. So I don't know what's going on. $10 million worth of Bitcoin.
That's not really a lot for BlackRock.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not. MicroStrategy just bought like some few $100 million worth the other day. I think they're.
Leo?
No, I don't think he's the top holder. No, he's one of the top holders.
Because the U.S.
Michael
is like
Saylor.
third, right?
Yeah, I think the U.S. government is. Yeah, U.S. government has a shit ton of Bitcoin. The reason they have a lot is because they confiscated most of it from the Silk Road when they brought down the Silk Road many years ago. Yeah, MicroStrategy is up over $1 billion right now from their Bitcoin investment, which is pretty crazy. People were making fun of them a few months ago, saying, because they were down a bunch of money. Now they're up over $1 billion on their Bitcoin investment.
Damn.
They made $600 million in a single day.
Wow.
Oh, shit. Hey,
Yeah.
Leo,
What's
Leo,
up, brother?
in your personal opinion, is it worth going and trying to buy these spot Bitcoin ETFs when they're approved from, say, all these vendors? Let's say.
I don't know, bro. I mean, I think, is it going to be worth trading it? Yeah, I mean, there will be a lot of volatility. There will be a lot of people trading it, but is it worth buying or not? That's up to you. I have no idea, brother. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Am I interested in buying it? Sure. I mean, yeah, but it doesn't really make sense when you could just buy crypto instead. You could just buy. Yeah, you could just buy Bitcoin. You could just buy Ethereum. You could buy.
I was going to say, would it be better just to buy the Bitcoin itself? Just buy the
Probably.
Bitcoin? Yeah, because the ETFs will bring the price of Bitcoin up, right?
Exactly. So
and you won't have to mess around in that pool of people, really.
Exactly. So it's like think about it. Like if you're a stock investor, you don't, the typical like retail guy doesn't go and invest in the ETF. They'll go and buy Tesla stock, or they'll go and buy Apple stock. They don't really go and buy the whole ETF that revolves in that stock. So realistically, I'd probably just stick to like the big dogs of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then obviously your degen plays where it's a little bit more risky, but the potential of kind of like 2x, 5x, 100x, 1000x is a lot more viable. Because let's be real, you're never gonna 100,000x on Bitcoin. Like it's just not gonna happen. It's already at a crazy market cap where it would kind of be mathematically impossible. But if you buy a project that's like $1 million in market cap, then the chances of it reaching 100 million are a lot more reasonable than Bitcoin. 100xing. It's just Bitcoin, I feel like, is just more of a store of value. And then obviously Ethereum is kind of similar, but I think Ethereum has a lot more potential in terms of growth. What I mean by that is if you have $100 in Ethereum or $100 in Bitcoin, I think your $100 in Ethereum will outperform your $100 in Bitcoin in due time. That's what I mean by that. So I don't necessarily think Ethereum is a store of value. I think it's more of like a functionality type of token. But at the end of the day, it's like realistically, if they approve the ETFs and just the route that crypto is taking in the future, anything that is viable and anything that has a solid team behind it is going to do good. Which is why we're trying so hard to kind of like make a name for ourselves as well. And a name for our community as well, because we want to be a part of the growth of this entire market, not just like the meme sector of it, but the entirety of it in a whole. So we want to have a little bit of diversity in the types of projects that we operate in. We obviously have our meme projects, and then we have some utility built in, and obviously we're kind of like working towards being able to introduce new things in the future. Kind of like expand our ecosystem and be able to expand our reach into different sectors, categories as well. Because realistically, look, like this market is growing, and it's going to grow with or without us. Like whether we want to participate or not, it's going to take the direction that it's going to take. And in my eyes, I think it's only going to move forward. Yeah, there are going to be a lot of obstacles along the way, things that are going to slow it down or try to get in its way and stop it. But like, let's be real, man. Like, if let's go back like a few years, right? And people are talking about investing in gold, not the gold project that we have, but the actual gold, like real gold. Um, you don't even own the gold that you invest in, right? Like you just own that transaction. Because most people who buy gold, like on a serious level, you're buying 100K worth or 50K worth or $1 million worth of gold. You're not buying that gold and physically holding on to it. Like most people, 99% of people don't do that. They pretty much just only own the transaction on whatever website they used to buy it, right? Whether it's like Robinhood or whatever other brokerage that they used to buy that transaction. So it's a store of value. What makes it any different from Bitcoin, right? Gold is not pegged to shit. Gold is not pegged to anything. Bitcoin isn't pegged to anything either, but it's worth 40 something odd $1,000 right now. It's the same exact concept. It's just digitalized store of value. And we're in the year 2024, and things are becoming more and more digitalized every single day. So realistically, like that old era of old money going into natural resource stores of value, whether it's oil or gold or diamonds or whatever, that's all coming to an end, man, because people are evolving. So realistically, digital money is going to be the future, whether we like it or not. Do I like it? Yeah, I like it. Does the guy sitting next to me like it? Maybe he doesn't. But whether I like it or he doesn't like it, we're not going to be able to change the fact of the matter that that's the direction that this world is going. And we can be the pioneers still, because we're still going to be the first absolute generation to be able to go through this process. And there's still a enormous amount of opportunity for people, even regular people who have zero idea of crypto right now, if they put a little bit of thought and effort into it over the next 5 years even, there is going to be massive opportunities coming along people's way for them to be extremely successful or be able to monetize or make a business for themselves out of this space. So realistically, man, it's just we're in a good spot in terms of where this sector is going to end up. But this is the absolute beginning. This is the start. Whether they approve this ETF tomorrow or whether they deny it, I don't think it's going to make any difference as to where we're going to be in 5 years from now. So it just doesn't even really matter.
Yeah,
Ilya,
cool.
quick
Man.
question.
Go ahead.
Ilya, quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me? Yeah, hi.
Yep.
This is TD here. So just wanted to check back onto the burn card question. Is there a way for me without going through the steps of insurrecting my card, how many tokens do I have if I have to see that? How do I see that today? I mean, is there a
That's
way
a good question.
where I can
think
my wallet and it just shows me that?
Yeah, I think there is. Hold on, I gotta look. Hang on.
Does that mean you're going to sell me one of your burn cards for face value, TD?
No. Yeah, it's not worth selling at this point. That's why I'm holding.
Come on. It's me. It's me.
I know. Who knows? I may be the last man standing along with Leo.
But yeah, while I look for that,
Hey, I have one more question.
here's the Peter just sent it to me. So
Perfect.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in the chat right there. So this will show you how much the last burn card incinerated for, and you could see the percentage, right? The most previous one incinerated for 317 million. The one before that was 310 million. The one before that was 303 million. So right now it's going up in like increments of about 7 million.
Per card. Okay. And how many are actually?
Yeah.
I can go to see in OpenSea how many are actually left, right? I can, that is the way to look at it, I guess.
Yeah, OpenSea will tell you, but I can tell you from here as well, I think. Let's see. 26 holders. Inventory. Yeah, actually, yeah. I think OpenSea would tell you better than what this will tell
Would
you.
that be the best?
Yeah, because this is telling me that there's still 69 in supply, but it's not counting out the ones that were already burned.
But will it tell me, like, if I connect to my wallet or something there? I'm not seeing that link yet, but will it tell me my card has how many tokens at this point? How many burn after from all of these other incinerations that have happened?
So you look at the previous burn that's happened, or the incineration that's happened, which is 317 million. And you can add roughly 7 million tokens to that. So what would that be? 317 plus 7. So it would be anywhere from 324 to 325 million tokens would be the next incineration.
Got it. And we started this when we were at 54 or 55 NFTs, correct?
Correct.
And that number has reduced to 26.
Exactly. So I'm looking at a burn card that incinerated 512 days ago. It was worth 204 million tokens. And now the most previous one that incinerated was worth 317 million tokens. So
got it. So we will be somewhere around that range then.
113 million more tokens per burn card now than the first burn card that was incinerated. Yep.
So 204 plus 317 or overall 300?
No. Overall, right now, if you were to incinerate your burn card, you'd get roughly 324 million.
Got it. Oh, you add plus 7. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
I got it. Okay, got it.
I think there needs to be a bonus for the last man standing on the burn cards. Like the last man. You know.
Yeah, just quadruple it.
I mean, obviously, like, look, guys, let's be real. Like, that's a cool ass utility in itself, man. If you really think about it, like, the longer you hold it, it becomes worth more tokens in the sense because people who are holding it less longer than you are kind of like feeding into your token pool. So I believe. I forget exactly what the formula was. I have to look into it, and I don't really have all of my notes in front of me right now. But for each burn card that incinerates, a certain percentage of the tokens that they incinerated gets distributed to all of the other burn card holders, right? In a sense, and it gets stored into that value. When it's their turn to incinerate. So that's how we made it so that these values are drastically going up. Like if you look at the burn card that incinerated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 burn cards before the most recent one, it was at 255 million. And now it's at 317 million. So the number is rising pretty quickly. Eventually
will be. Yeah,
you must know what the end number is. At the end, the last guy standing gets X amount of tokens. You probably know that already.
I don't know it off the top of my head, but yeah, with a little bit of computing, we'd be able to figure it out pretty quickly.
Yeah, it would be 350 more, I think, right? Because Lamp are not going to sell there. I'm not going to sell, so 5 are there for sure. So right now, if you're at 26, so that means 20 of them will sell. And at which point, if you're incrementing at 7 million at this point, it will be 20 times 7, which is 140 million. Add that to 317. So it will be roughly that much, about 360 million. Oh, sorry, 460 million.
Yeah,
roughly.
Probably. I'm just gonna agree with you, but yeah.
Yeah, half a billion.
But there you go, $500 million, right? And then yeah. So
Keep in mind, I think only like exactly, and I think only like 16 or like about 20 have been incinerated. Hold on, I can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm counting from 52. Oh, some may have sold. No, 52 and 26, right? About 25, I guess. 25.
22 cards have been incinerated. Yep.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, I'm holding. So, hey, I have one more question, real quick, and maybe we had a chance, not had a chance. We've tried to express this to you a couple of times, and I've never been able to complete my thought process. I always got interjected by top secret or someone. So I just wanted to ask you. There was a idea that we would actually stake our gold tokens in the ecosystem. Is that an idea that that you are in favor of, or you're not in favor of? I mean,
well, look, I'm in favor of being able to do something in that nature with the gold project. So right now, first, before anything, we're going to try to see if it's even doable or viable to be able to do something with the pickaxes where people can mine gold. We're looking into that and seeing if that's going to be a possibility. I do see a lot of good coming out of that if we're going to be able to pull it off, but obviously they're just, it needs to be looked into a little more thoroughly to make sure it's something that could be viable and sustainable. And if it is, we're going to go ahead and do that. But if it isn't sustainable and if it isn't viable, then I'm open to experimenting around that idea and being able to come up with different methods for people to be able to interact with their gold coins and whatnot. So I'm 100% open to the idea of it. But first, before anything, I want to make sure if this first idea is going to be possible or not, because I'm more bullish on being able to introduce gold mining to the community. And I don't want to get anyone's hopes up because, like I said, there's still a little bit of looking into that we got to do before I can give an official decision on that.
And if you whenever you're discussing this with your team and when you're doing this, are you seeing this as more of a like iterative process? Like you give mining opportunity for 30 days to 60 days, and then again, you lock down whoever goes into that first epoch for mining are those people, and then they get out in 60 days, and then the second one starts immediately after that. So it's like a FOMO almost on its own getting created, right?
Ideally, yeah. So ideally, that's something like, that would be great. But if we want to give people, for example, $5 of gold token a day, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't last long at all because I believe it's like 71 tokens or something like that, right? So if you do 71 times 365, that's 26,000 tokens. 26,000 tokens. Now, you do 26,000 times that by 1,000 people mining it, that's 26 million tokens. Now, if you go and you look into our holdings of what we have that we'd be able to build something like that with, we only have 2 million tokens in the deployer. So so that wouldn't work,
Yeah, definitely. That a bigger payout like that may not work. My point is, you can maybe keep a smaller payout because the value of the token, because people will not be cheating out, will continuously increment as well. So it is not as of today what you will be paying them, right? It is the token value, after the cycle.
Exactly. So the way that this would work wouldn't be us saying like, hey, we're going to be able to give people $5 worth of gold token a day. It would be we can give people 5 gold token a day or something.
Exactly.
Some
Value
shit like
creation,
that.
right?
You know?
Yeah.
Value creation.
Yes.
But the issue with that is that going to be worth people's while for them to be able to say like, hey, I want to participate in this, and then they look at 5 gold token a day, and what is that? 5 times what is it, 7 cents? Like 35 cents a day. Sure, I mean, if it's not bad,
and one more thing, what you could do when you're creating a value like this. The first one, like supposing you create the first round, call it an epoch, right? The first cycle. So if you do that, like supposing you open it like tomorrow, you only keep it open for 72 hours and tell people, whoever is the first X number of people, like 250 people who get into the pool are the only people, and after which time it just closes. And for the first cycle, you give them maybe 6 or 7, gold tokens, and then in 15 days close the cycle, and in 15 days open the second cycle, and let the first cycle mature for 60 days, and then open the second cycle and see whoever missed gets into the second cycle, at which point you give them 6 tokens, then something like that. So there's always a concept of FOMO kicking in, or you don't announce what you'll be giving in the next cycle. People will just iteratively come in, and so not everybody is expected to, get off the program on after 60 days, but it's an incremental get off the card, like, of the cycle. The first batch gets off in 60 days. The next batch, which starts in 15 days from now, gets off in 60 days. So it's an iterative process, and not everybody is expected to sell as well, because what you just did, Burnathon, was a very powerful medium as well. So whoever gets out there, we can run the Burnathon kind of an event for Burn, which you just did, where because they have made some money, maybe because gold prices went up, they go and buy Burn, and we incentivize it that way. So it almost like after a certain point, it becomes self-sustaining. The new holders will come into gold, prices are going up, they're mining gold, and then with that money, whenever they unstake themselves from the mining routine, some of them will go and buy Burn, and that Burn will come and will burn gold as well, right? So that's the tax from Burn will come and burn gold. So some such process, iterative process, can start, and it becomes almost like self-sustaining. If it works fine for the first 3 or 4 rounds, then we can think, can this be a cyclical process? Because then nobody will sell their gold as well, because they know, not completely. Some may always cheat, but not completely, because then people know that, if you buy Burn, the tax will come and burn gold, right? And the price will keep on incrementing that way. It makes sense.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got lost a little bit, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Like, it's kind of more like a closed loop of people being able to participate, and the funds that get generated come back into the ecosystem and replenishes the pool. Yeah.
And because the gold prices looks like it's going up, it's also the outsider, the new investor who's coming in, he's seeing constant growth of the token price. So we may be attracting newer investors, because the chart, right, is definitely going to look very different than how it is today. The moment it reaches 8 cents to 10 cents, people are cheating left, right, and center, bringing it back to again 4 cents. Again, it goes back. I mean, that's the price discovery that we're in. We go till 10 and we right straight away come back to 6 cents. But in this particular case, because most of the folks are wanting to be in that mining pool, and if you lock it, like not within a short span of 3 days or 2 days, and say, hey, whoever gets in, otherwise it's locked. You have to wait for the next 15 days to get into the next pool, right? And that would drive some kind of FOMO in there, right? And people will constantly want to be in that pool. And by default, you'll be locking certain amount of tokens, and they will not, at least for sure, they will not be cheating out of that pool. Because the maturity days, 60 days out or 90 days, whatever you want to decide.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's definitely just something that we have to kind of simulate and be able to do the math on paper and just see how it's going to work out and what the numbers are going to be and how many people can participate. So obviously, if the numbers are too low, then it wouldn't make sense. But if the numbers are decent and a decent amount of people can participate, then it's something we definitely consider doing. But like I said, it's just something that we have to kind of do a little bit of research on first. But if that isn't the viable option, then I'm definitely open to hearing new ideas around, like what you mentioned with being able to kind of be able to stake your gold tokens or whatever else. I mean, there are multiple of different options that we can kind of explore. So I wouldn't really get too hung up on one thing, because there are just many different options of things that we can try.
Yeah, definitely. Somehow we need to figure out how people can get some value for putting their tokens away for some time and get it back again, and feel that it's not the mining amount that you're giving them per se, it is the value of the token that's grown over the period of 60 days. I think today we're not giving the token price a chance to move up, right? That's what you will also factor in this particular model. At least for 60 days and onwards, if more and more people go into this mining pool, the number of people who will cheat will be less and less. And still there'll be cheats. I mean, no questions about it. Still there'll be people waiting and lunging on that first increase. But that's okay, because once they're gone, they're gone. Price is incrementally going to go up from there again, right? And that's what's the motivation for people like us at that particular time, because it's not what you're giving us in mining. Like you keep saying, it may not be too much. Maybe it's not too much, but the price itself, right, of the token is increasing. Maybe it goes to, in the first 60 days, maybe it will touch 50 cents. That's pretty good incremental price from where we are right now. By the second cycle or third cycle comes through, who knows? We may be not doing much, and it automatically, because new people then will come in, and it will increase itself to $1. We don't know yet. I'm just paraphrasing or hypothesizing right now, but.
No, for sure, man. It's interesting to see what will happen.
Yo.
What was that, Roof?
It's working. Got a question on YouTube. What are we going to do about new exchanges for ShibaDoge or Burn?
So obviously, getting on new exchanges is going to be something that we're going to be looking into in the future. As of right now, we haven't been pursuing any exchanges per se. There are a few that we were in talks with pretty recently, but as of right now, we were more focused on being able to develop new things, and we were kind of like hyper focused on the gold project for quite a while. But we'll see. 2024 may be a big year for us, and you may be seeing some new exchange listings for not just one project, but maybe multiple projects. And you know, I do want to say like it's 2024, and there's a lot of things to expect out of the year. So don't count us out on being kind of experimentative with new methods and being able to do new things with the current ecosystem that we already have. And don't be surprised when we add on to our ecosystem as well. There are a lot of great ideas and a lot of great functional things that we have that we want to introduce into the ecosystem into the future. Like realistically, the team is working very hard, is going to be working very hard this year to really throw this ecosystem into a new leg. And I just wouldn't count anything out. So I don't want to sit here and say what we're going to do and what we're not going to do, because I don't want to put out any information there that shouldn't be there just yet. And the reason why is because there's a lot that we're kind of putting on our plate right now, in a sense of what we want to do, what we want to accomplish, and what we want to kind of like bring to circulation in this ecosystem. And realistically, some of them might be great ideas, some others might be kind of very outrageous in the sense where they're kind of high risk, high reward. We don't know if those are the types of ideas that we want to bring to the table. We may kind of bring more solidified and easy to manifest project ideas to the table, in a sense that'll boost our ecosystem rather than it being a risk to the ecosystem. And those will come with new opportunities for exchanges to notice us. Those will come with new opportunities for just everything in the ecosystem to get a boost, and everything in the ecosystem to get more notice. Obviously, this entire year is going to be hyper focused on trying to build as much attention as we can on the ShibaDoge community and the ShibaDoge ecosystem. Obviously, we're only 9 days into the year, but we're very ambitious and we're very confident that we're going to be having a monumental year here. So I wouldn't count anything out, and I wouldn't get impatient now. And if you do get impatient now, so be it. You know, I won't be the one holding anybody back from making their decisions. But realistically, I do think this is going to be a extremely I don't want to say year that's full of surprises, but something of that sense, because there's a lot of things that we're going to be bringing to the table this year. And that's pretty much all I'll say, because I have learned from our mistakes in the past of putting everything on the table and it going sideways. I rather be the guy who undersells and over delivers. You know, obviously we've always tried to be that way, but we kind of recently found ourselves in the position where we were overselling, and then the delivery wouldn't be as strong because of the overselling that we were doing. So realistically, this year is going to be a lot of, hey, this is what we're doing, bada bing, bada boom, there it is. And, you know, it's going to be all with the intention of growing the ShibaDoge ecosystem, the ShibaDoge community, and pretty much all of the products that we've already got in circulation here.
Sounds good. Some of the community members were asking earlier on in the chat regarding the current marketing. Would you be able to extend the current marketing, or do you have other plans?
Right now, I don't have other plans, but obviously, you know, the marketing is it's not like amazing to a point where it made us pop off, but it's not bad either. I see the exposure that it's getting. It's making a bit of progress. So we'll reevaluate. We'll look at our options here in a bit, and we'll make a decision based off of that. But what are your thoughts on what you've been seeing so far?
Yeah, so what I've been seeing is, it has been a little effective. Obviously, new eyes are are seeing us, but I just think it'll be a lot more effective at the right times. I think the community needs to step up. They need to do more shilling, going out and putting the word out, and just like a little bit of marketing is good. It's good, but I think the heavy marketing needs to come when the market is actually, closer to the bull run, closer to when all the people, all the retailers are coming into crypto and they're looking for projects. That's when we need to throw it in their face. Um, that's where the real marketing needs to be pushed, I think. But right now, I think we need to do a little bit of marketing and just steady marketing. A little bit at a time, as we're currently doing.
Yep. Well, let me tell you this, man. No matter what marketing happens with not just our project, but any project that is at a current state in the sense of time, age has a lot to do with how marketing affects your project. People love new products, and it sucks to say, but that's the most effective way of marketing is releasing a new product. And you see that on a daily basis in crypto, right? People don't care as much about the things that have aged a bit as they care about the things that are new and fresh, because they feel like they're the first people to have discovered it, or whatever they feel. So I think one of the number one game plans to bring exposure is to have a product that's new, to have something that's new and be able to introduce something that's new, whether that's mining, whether that's whatever type of utility or whatever type of meme or whatever type of project. There has to be something new, and that in a sense does more outsourced marketing than any influencer can do for you. And that's just how this market works in a sense. It's like people are always looking for something that's new, right? Whether something that they can participate in, something that they can purchase, something that they can stake, something that they can interact with, that's new and fresh and has not like a community, or not that's not the right word, not a community, but not a aged user base to it, right? In the sense where it's like if we release mining for gold, for example, someone's going to look at it and be like, holy crap, there's 500 spots and nobody's gotten it yet, let me go and be the first guy, right? That's the type of mentality that people look at it. But when they look at it and they're like, oh, there's already 5,000 people that are participating, they look at it a little bit differently. And then they look at it and they're like, okay, cool, this is good because there's 5,000 people participating. That means it's legit. That means that there's something decent going on over here. And that might be another thing that draws them in to participate or to purchase or whatever. But it doesn't have as strong of a draw as when there's something new and people want to be the first to be a part of it. So realistically, I think one of our main focuses this year is going to be to release a new product and be able to draw the attention of those people.
Yeah, it sounds good, bro. It sounds good. I mean, to be honest, everything that's coming out, they're all going back down. They're up for a while, and then that's it.
Yeah, that's for sure. But you get that attention, you get that crowd, you get the community, and that's how things are built, man. Things are built when people come together, not when somebody has a good idea. Like, if Elon had a good idea of hey, let's build an electric car company, but if no one gave a shit and nobody helped them, you think Tesla would be around today? No, it wouldn't. People have to care. People have to give a shit. People have to be a part of it. So realistically, it's one of our main focuses has to be on recruitment this year. We have to be able to recruit as many new faces, as many new heads that we can, because that's how wars are won, with people, with with strategy and with people.
Like even if you look at some of these other projects that came out, yeah, they came out with the new stuff or whatever utilities they had, but as soon as they launched it, a couple of months gone by, then the community is just it's gone quiet, bro. It's quiet. You know, they moved on. They gone to
Yeah.
something else. That's how that's how I see it, bro. Like you know, I do my research. I look out at what's going on. I hang around in most places just to see what happens. And that's one thing I've noticed. You know, you create the hype and they bring out something, and then all of a sudden it's like they hyped over that one thing, you know, and then suddenly after a couple of months, everyone's just like, you like back in then, like, where did everyone go, man? He was just so hyped up, and then you find out they're in some other place. You know what I mean? It's like it's just the same people, man, just all over the place, jumping from project to project. That's what's happening.
And that's fine. That's fine if people are in multiple things, you know, like that's completely fine. It's just um, you want equivalent effort in everything that you're kind of like participating in, right? It's like don't be silent here and then expressive elsewhere, or vice versa. Like in this space, it takes a lot of community effort to be able to make things successful. So just
Yeah.
everybody should, in a way. I'm not talking to the people who do this, because look, 91% of the people do 99% of the work, and that 1% of the people do 99% of the work for 99% of the rest of the people, which sucks, right? That's
Yeah.
not how it should be, and that's how it is in most places. So if we can find a formula that makes it so that even that 1% of people turns into 7% of people, that you're already breaking that cycle, and that's how you cause things to pop off. Like when ShibaDoge was, making its run for all time high, back then it was, yeah, we had like 20,000 some people in the Telegram, but even then there was only like 400, 500 people that were really, really working hard. And think about it, like imagine you had 400, 500 people right now working hard on being supportive to the community, compared to the 30 or 40 people that are working hard right now. You'd be in a much different place. So that 400, 500 people is a very, very strong amount of people to push a project to 100, $200 million market cap. And it's not a lot to get. You just need to have the numbers, and you need to have, I don't want to say luck, but a little bit of luck to get the right people into the project as well. Because if I get 1,000 people right now and they're all just people who aren't going to contribute to society, then then it's like not getting 1,000 people. It's like getting 10 people. But if I get 100 people and all 100 of them are contributing to what we got going on here, then that 100 people is 100 times more valuable than the 1,000 people that don't. So realistically, it's a little bit of luck comes into it, because you don't know who you're going to get, but you have to take that shot and try to continuously keep getting more and more exposure and more people on board.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. I agree with you 100%.
But realistically, look, man, it's crypto, and at the end of the day, we've got something good here. We've got something that people have already been accustomed to, and we kind of like laid it all out on the table for everyone. Like everyone here who's spent at least even a little bit of time listening in, or spending a little bit of time in this community, you guys know what we're all about. At the end of the day, like, we're just honest guys that want to do good by people, and we want to have a name for ourselves in this space, and we want to be able to bring a bunch of cool things to life in this space. And that's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna keep building, we're gonna keep introducing things, and we're gonna keep grinding, and we're gonna keep doing what we think is good in this space, right? And I don't think anybody is going to be able to stop us. Like whether things become slow, whether things become fast, like it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we have a mission, and that we're going to do whatever it takes to get that mission accomplished.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, this is all the people here, like we've held on to a lot of people, you know, over the 2 years, and a lot of people that I can see even in here, man. Like these guys have been all working, helping the ecosystem, chilling, doing a lot of hard work, man. Supporting, coming in every day, doing their part. Some people are going out there and telling people about the project. Some people are tweeting. Some like different people are doing different things, and like you just said, man, like there's only a small percentage of people out of the whole holder base that are actually doing that. But like by doing something to create a bit of FOMO, you know, and there's something new to put out there. I think that would definitely get us some hype going. You know, like when we launched the gold token, you seen how it was, bro. It was crazy, bro.
Yep. It was crazy, exactly. and why did it do so well the first few days is because there was a large amount of people talking about it, right? And that's
Yep.
what it is. Like if those people kept talking about it, if those people kept supporting it from the way that they were doing from day one, or week one, then I guarantee you that we'd be in a different place right now. But
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like that's where the luck kind of comes in, where you don't know the type of people that you're getting. If you're lucky and you get the good type of people, then you really accelerate that and you really push that to the next level. Now, is it always luck? No. A lot of it takes hard work, but it's also a combination of hard work and luck in the sense of getting the right people. Getting the people is not the problem. Getting the right people is something that you can't control. So, realistically, it's just that's the part where you don't really have much pull and you don't have much that you could do about it, other than kind of keep trying to bring more people to the community. And the more people you bring into the community, the more your chances are that you're going to be bringing in those right people.
Exactly, bro.
And that's a matter of time, right?
It's a matter of time and a matter of effort, bro.
And adoption rate and everything else. You got short-term people, long-term people, like people that come in and just say, I can make a quick buck or whatever. And you got long-term people that just say, I'm just going to hold this, like that Bitcoin guy that just holds a ton.
Exactly. So look at that's a perfect example, like the Bitcoin maxis, right? Like, so people came in and bought Bitcoin at $1 back in the day, right? And they flipped it at $3 and they made their quick buck and they left. But the guys who stuck around, they kept talking about it and kept pushing it and those are the right people. Now, if Bitcoin didn't get anybody to be interested in it, would Bitcoin be where it's at right now? Would crypto be where it's at right now? No, hell no, dude, it wouldn't. It would be a quick pump and dump. That's all it would have been. But it got that adoption, it got that support, and that's what pushed it to the next level. And it's no different here in the altcoin world, in the meme coin world, or in the shitcoin world. It's no different. It's all the same. As long as you get people to kind of help you pass that initial hump, then it's all smooth sailing from there. And we saw that happen with ShibaDoge, man. We saw that happen before it kind of plateaued and before it, kind of reached where it was going to reach at $250-something odd million. We saw that happen. And the thing is, it's like if circumstances were a bit different and more of those right people kept coming in rather than it plateauing, it could have very easily hit double, triple what it achieved. And that's the thing, is like that equation is there. It's not a hard equation. It's just a matter of continuously bringing in the people, because the good people that come in will continuously keep pushing what you've got, and it will attract more of those type of people, and more of those type of people keep compounding, and then it'll keep pushing you to the next level, and then it'll keep doing the same thing until it finally reaches a plateau, and then that's when you kind of have to improvise and kind of take it from there. But realistically, the whole idea of being able to push something is to be able to bring the people on board. Like, you have the people, then you have the equation solved. And right now, unfortunately, we don't have many people, and that's the thing. Is like we have a lot of people. Don't get me wrong. We don't have many people that are participating, as many as we would want, and that's what this year is going to be mainly focused on. Is going to be building and being able to bring in more people and being able to kind of like recruit more people into this army and push what we've got and be able to make a name for ourselves in a way that we haven't in the past 2 years. So I'm very hopeful. I'm very excited, and I'm very much ready to bring on a lot of special things this year. So it's going to be a big year for us, man. I'm telling you guys right now, it's going to be a big year.
Well, they were saying last year or something, right? There was, I forget what the percentage was of the rate of people that were in crypto and how much more it was going to be after this year. You know what I mean? There's going to be a ton more people in crypto at the end of the year, basically. Like a lot more percentage.
Oh, 100%, man. And it's only going to keep getting more and more. It's mass adoption is right around the corner. But guys, what do you say we call it here? I'm going to get off and go make a bite to eat, probably make a tea as well or something like that, and then kind of just chill for the rest of the night and hopefully try to be at 100% tomorrow and hit the gym and do all my routine stuff. A hot coffee?
No, hot toddy.
A hot toddy? What is that? I've never heard of that.
You never heard of a hot toddy?
No, what is it?
It's like an old, home remedy. A little bit of whiskey, lemon juice, sugar. It's almost like drinking half a bottle of NyQuil.
Send me the recipe, dude. I'll make one. So I have a home remedy. My dad always tells me whenever I'm sick, and I do this all the time, and it does not help at all. It's not at all, but I still do it every time I get sick. He says, get a shot of vodka, put a bunch of black pepper in it, mix it up, and then just drink it. And it doesn't do shit. I don't know where he came up with this. I don't know where he heard it from, but he swears by it, and I do it every time I get sick, and it doesn't help. It tastes disgusting. Black pepper and vodka, but
yeah, I've never heard of that. Yeah.
Try some black seeds, bro. Black seeds.
Black seeds? Oh,
Yeah,
like flax seeds?
Nah, it's called black seed, bro. Black seed. It's quite popular.
Nah, I'm good. I'll try that whiskey. I'll try that whiskey thing that Junkie was saying. Maybe that'll help a little bit.
Of course you will, bro. You're gonna get buzzed.
Oh yeah, and you got to smoke a bowl too. So I don't know if you're going to be into that.
Oh, shit.
Now you want me to get paranoid?
Junkie will be a supplier, bro. He sells some good shit, bro.
I used to not mind weed, man. Like I used to be able to enjoy it every now and then, and I wouldn't mind it. Like I thought it was fun, but the last few times I've tried it got me very, very paranoid, and just it didn't sit well with me. So I haven't really been touching weed for a pretty long time now.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I mean, almost all of my friends love it, and it just doesn't ride well with me. Like, I guess my body just doesn't accept it, or my brain doesn't accept it. I don't know.
Yeah, I used to back in the days, man. It used to get me paranoid, bro. I used to be paranoid. My friends used to have, obviously, they smoke it. I never even used to buy it, bro. I used to have a couple of drawers off theirs because I wasn't that deep into it. But man, I'm telling you, man, you just get paranoid, bro. You keep looking in the rearview mirror, bro. There's a police behind me. Every car is going past. You think it's the police for some reason. I'm like, yo.
I remember one time.
Yeah.
One time me and my friends who were at my house, we were teenagers, maybe like 18 years old at most. And at my parents' house, I had this like little room that was separated from the house. It wasn't a garage; it was more like a shed, but we turned it into like a kickback room. And my dad put like a couch, table, all this cool stuff in there. So me and my friends would always come and hang out there at night. And I had a PlayStation and like a big screen TV and all this stuff. So we would hang out there till 4 or 5 in the morning and just do whatever the hell we wanted. So one day we're there with like 5 people, 4 people, and one of our friends brought these gummy edibles, and they were very strong, right? So you're not supposed to eat the whole thing. But he brought 5 of them, and we all ate one. And 2 hours later, we were all laid out on the couch like zombies. We were all like blue, like our skin color completely pale. And everyone's phone is going off because it's like 3 in the morning, and their parents are worried about them. Like, where are you guys? And everybody's so like baked that they weren't picking up the phone because they were worried that their parents are going to be able to tell that they're baked. And it was like 3 in the morning, and one of the moms called my mom and woke them up. And my dad and my mom walk into where we all were, and they just see us all like laid out like that. And my dad immediately knew what was going on. He started cracking up, and then obviously after everybody left, he got pissed off at me. But yeah, I remember that day clearly.
That's funny, bro.
I took brownies to my Christmas party at my mom's house, and Grandma showed up. And yeah, it was not good. Oh yeah,
she ate a brownie.
Grandma got a brownie. Oh yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Funny. All right, guys. Hey, I'm gonna get off. Chunky, send me that recipe, dude. I have some whiskey at home, so I'll make something.
Yeah.
Thank you. But with that being said, guys, thank you guys for joining in today. Super quick little recap. What to expect is we're working on seeing if it's possible to do the mining features for gold, number 1. Number 2, Warzone Season 4, Siberia theme will be coming out this month. Within the next few days, or possibly next week, I will release a doc, and that doc will have all the information that you guys need to know on Warzone Season 4. And with that being said, if you miss Doge, that sucks. If you miss Shiba, that also sucks. If you miss SHIBDOGE and everything else we got going on in the ecosystem, you should still have all of 2024 to make up for yourself, but you suck. So love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Love,
Later.
peace.